Part 1. The Founding of a Nation. In the early 1600s, European explorers sailed across the vast Atlantic Ocean in search of new lands. Among them, the English ventured forth and established the first permanent settlement in what would become the United States of America. This historic event took place in 1607, at a place they named Jamestown, located in present-day Virginia. Jamestown faced immense challenges. Disease, famine, and conflicts with Native American tribes tested the resolve of the settlers. Despite these hardships, the colony persevered, marking the beginning of a new chapter in history. Over the decades, more settlements emerged along the eastern seaboard, each contributing to the growing tapestry of what would one day be a nation. In 1620, another pivotal moment unfolded with the arrival of the Mayflower, carrying pilgrims seeking religious freedom. They landed at Plymouth Rock in what is now Massachusetts, forging ahead with the establishment of Plymouth Colony. This group of pioneers, known as the Pilgrims, faced their own trials but found common ground with Native Americans, such as Squanto and the Wampanoag tribe, who taught them crucial skills for survival in their new home. These early settlements laid the groundwork for the 13 colonies that would eventually unite under a common cause. By the late 18th century, tensions with the British monarchy escalated over issues of taxation and representation. The colonies sought independence, and on July 4, 1776, leaders from across the land gathered in Philadelphia to declare independence from British rule. This momentous occasion gave birth to the United States of America, a beacon of freedom and democracy. Thus began a journey of nation-building, where ideals of liberty, equality, and justice became guiding principles. The American Revolution ensued, with the colonists defying all odds to secure their sovereignty. Led by visionaries like George Washington, they fought valiantly, culminating in victory at Yorktown in 1781. The signing of the Treaty of Paris in 1783 formally recognized the United States as an independent nation. This newfound freedom set the stage for the drafting of the Constitution in 1787, which established a framework for governance that has endured for centuries. The Bill of Rights, added shortly thereafter, guaranteed individual liberties and laid the foundation for a robust democracy. The early years of the United States were marked by growth and expansion. Westward expansion brought settlers into contact with diverse cultures and landscapes, shaping the nation's identity. Innovations in transportation, such as the steamboat and the transcontinental railroad, connected distant corners of the country and fueled economic growth. As the 19th century progressed, the United States faced internal challenges, including the Civil War, a defining moment in its history. The conflict over slavery tore at the fabric of the nation but ultimately led to its abolition and a renewed commitment to equality. Throughout its history, the United States has evolved and faced numerous trials, yet its spirit of resilience and innovation has remained constant. From the struggles of the early settlers to the challenges of the modern era, the United States continues to strive towards fulfilling its founding ideals, serving as a beacon of hope and opportunity for people around the world. This is just the beginning of a rich and intricate tapestry that is the history of the United States of America. Part 2. Expansion and Innovation. As the United States emerged from the crucible of the Revolutionary War, a newfound sense of unity and purpose propelled the young nation forward. With the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, President Thomas Jefferson doubled the size of the country, opening vast new territories for exploration and settlement. This landmark acquisition marked a pivotal moment in American expansionism, laying the groundwork for manifest destiny, the belief that the nation was destined to stretch from coast to coast. In the early 19th century, technological advancements revolutionized industry and transportation. The invention of the cotton gin by Eli Whitney transformed agriculture in the South, while the steam engine powered new modes of transportation and fueled economic growth. The Erie Canal, completed in 1825, linked the Great Lakes to the Hudson River, providing a vital trade route that connected the interior of the country to the eastern seaboard. Westward expansion accelerated with the Oregon Trail, a rugged route that pioneers traversed in search of fertile land and new opportunities. Settlers ventured into the frontier, encountering Native American tribes and establishing homesteads that shaped the landscape. The California Gold Rush of 1849 further spurred migration westward, as prospectors sought their fortunes in the rugged terrain of the Sierra Nevada. However, the expansion also brought conflicts and challenges. The issue of slavery ignited fierce debates that polarized the nation. The Missouri Compromise of 1820 and the Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854 attempted to address the issue, but tensions continued to escalate. The election of Abraham Lincoln in 1860 on an anti-slavery platform triggered the secession of Southern states and the outbreak of the Civil War. From 1861 to 1865, the United States was engulfed in a brutal conflict that tested its commitment to freedom and unity. The North and South clashed over states' rights, economic interests, and the moral implications of slavery. The Battle of Gettysburg in 1863 proved to be a turning point, as Union forces prevailed against Confederate armies, paving the way for President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation and eventual victory. The end of the Civil War marked a new chapter in American history. The Reconstruction era sought to rebuild the South and integrate formerly enslaved people into society. Amendments to the Constitution, particularly the 13th, 14th, and 15th, abolished slavery, granted citizenship and voting rights to African Americans, and aimed to ensure equal protection under the law. In the decades that followed, the United States experienced rapid industrialization and urbanization. Innovations such as the assembly line, pioneered by Henry Ford, revolutionized manufacturing and made automobiles accessible to millions. Urban centers like New York City and Chicago flourished, becoming hubs of culture, commerce, and immigration. At the turn of the 20th century, the United States emerged as a global power. The Spanish-American War in 1898 expanded its influence in the Caribbean and the Pacific, while Theodore Roosevelt's presidency ushered in an era of progressive reforms and conservation efforts. The Panama Canal, completed in 1914, facilitated trade and naval dominance, cementing America's role as a maritime nation. World War I and World War II tested the nation's resolve and shaped its international role. The Great Depression of the 1930s brought economic hardship, but Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal programs provided relief and laid the foundation for a modern welfare state. The attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 propelled the United States into World War II, where it played a pivotal role in defeating the Axis powers and emerged as a global superpower. Part 3. Challenges and Progress. The 20th century brought both prosperity and profound challenges to the United States. Following World War II, America emerged as a global leader, championing democracy and economic stability. The Cold War rivalry with the Soviet Union defined international relations, leading to geopolitical tensions and technological advancements. The Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962 brought the world to the brink of nuclear war, highlighting the precarious balance of power. Domestically, the civil rights struggle continued to shape the nation's conscience. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks galvanized a movement for equality, challenging segregation and institutional racism. The March on Washington in 1963 culminated in King's iconic "I Have a Dream" speech, inspiring millions to envision a more just society. The Vietnam War, however, exposed deep divisions within American society. Protest movements swept across college campuses and city streets, questioning the war's morality and its toll on young soldiers. The conflict ended in 1975 with the fall of Saigon, prompting a period of national reflection and the re-evaluation of America's role in global affairs. The latter half of the 20th century witnessed remarkable social and technological advancements. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 and Voting Rights Act of 1965 dismantled legal barriers to equality, though challenges persisted in achieving full societal integration. Women's rights gained momentum with movements for gender equality and reproductive rights, culminating in landmark Supreme Court decisions. Technological innovation accelerated with the advent of the Internet and digital revolution. Silicon Valley became synonymous with entrepreneurship and innovation, driving economic growth and transforming everyday life. The personal computer, cell phone, and social media platforms reshaped communication and connectivity on a global scale. The end of the Cold War in 1991 marked a new era of global cooperation and economic expansion. The United States emerged as the sole superpower, promoting democratic ideals and free market capitalism. However, the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon shook the nation to its core, prompting a global war on terrorism and reshaping national security policies. In recent years, America has grappled with new challenges and opportunities. The election of Barack Obama as the first African-American president in 2008 signaled a milestone in the nation's progress toward racial equality. His administration tackled economic recovery, healthcare reform, and climate change, striving to address pressing issues facing the country. Today, the United States stands at a crossroads, navigating complex issues such as immigration reform, income inequality, and climate change. The COVID-19 pandemic underscored vulnerabilities in healthcare infrastructure and disparities in access to resources. Yet, amidst these challenges, America continues to embody resilience, innovation, and the pursuit of a more inclusive society. As the nation looks to the future, it draws upon its rich history of overcoming adversity and embracing diversity. From the pioneers who carved a path through uncharted wilderness to the activists who champion civil rights, each generation has contributed to the ongoing story of America. It is a story of progress and possibility, shaped by the collective aspirations and enduring spirit of its people. Part 4. Embracing Unity in Diversity. Throughout its history, the United States has embraced diversity as a cornerstone of its strength and resilience. From the indigenous peoples who first inhabited these lands to the waves of immigrants seeking new opportunities, America's story is one of inclusion and unity amidst its diverse tapestry. The 20th century witnessed profound demographic shifts as people from every corner of the globe made America their home. Ellis Island welcomed millions of immigrants eager to contribute their talents and dreams to the fabric of the nation. Cities like New York, Los Angeles, and Miami became vibrant hubs where cultures intermingled, fostering creativity and innovation. The civil rights movement of the mid-20th century marked a pivotal moment in America's journey toward equality. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks courageously challenged discriminatory laws and practices, paving the way for legislative changes that affirmed the rights and dignity of all Americans. This movement not only reshaped laws but also ignited a national conversation about justice and inclusion. Today, America continues to evolve as a beacon of hope and opportunity for people around the world. The election of leaders from diverse backgrounds, such as Kamala Harris as Vice President, reflects the nation's commitment to representation and inclusion. The contributions of immigrants, refugees, and indigenous communities enrich the cultural, economic, and social fabric of the country. As we look toward the future, Americans of all backgrounds stand united in their shared values of freedom, equality, and justice. While challenges persist, including economic disparities and social divisions, the spirit of resilience and innovation endures. Together, we celebrate our differences and draw strength from our collective experiences, knowing that diversity is not just a source of pride but a cornerstone of America's identity. In the tapestry of American history, each thread represents a story of perseverance, triumph, and the pursuit of a more perfect union. From the pioneers who braved the unknown to the activists who fought for civil rights, we honor the contributions of all who have shaped our nation's narrative. Together, we continue to strive for a future where every American can thrive, regardless of background or circumstance. Part 5. Innovation and Resilience. As the United States entered the 21st century, it continued to embrace a spirit of innovation and resilience that has defined its journey. From technological advancements to cultural achievements, America's landscape continued to evolve, captivating the hearts and minds of those who call it home. Technological innovation soared to new heights with Silicon Valley leading the charge. Companies like Apple, Google, and Facebook revolutionized communication, entertainment, and commerce on a global scale. The digital age brought unprecedented connectivity, empowering individuals to connect, create, and collaborate like never before. In the realm of culture, American creativity continued to flourish. Hollywood produced blockbuster films that captured imaginations worldwide, while Broadway musicals dazzled audiences with their artistry and storytelling. The music industry saw the rise of genres like hip-hop and pop, influencing trends and transcending borders. America's commitment to scientific discovery and space exploration remained unwavering. NASA's Mars rover missions and the International Space Station exemplified the nation's quest for knowledge and exploration beyond Earth's boundaries. The pursuit of clean energy solutions and environmental conservation underscored a dedication to sustainability and stewardship of the planet. Social progress continued to shape the national dialogue. Advocates for racial justice mobilized in response to systemic inequalities, sparking conversations and calls for meaningful reform. Amidst these achievements, America faced challenges that tested its unity and resolve. Natural disasters like Hurricane Katrina and the COVID-19 pandemic exposed vulnerabilities in infrastructure and healthcare systems, yet communities rallied together with resilience and compassion. Volunteers and first responders exemplified the spirit of service and sacrifice that defines the American spirit. As we look ahead, the United States remains a beacon of hope and opportunity, inspiring generations with its promise of freedom and possibility. Whether in the corridors of power, the classrooms of innovation, or the streets of activism, Americans continue to shape a future where diversity is celebrated, justice is pursued, and dreams are realized. In the tapestry of American history, each chapter reveals a nation evolving, adapting, and embracing change. From the pioneers who forged new frontiers to the activists who challenged conventions, the spirit of America endures, a testament to the enduring power of unity, diversity, and the pursuit of a more perfect union. Part 6. Looking Forward. As the United States navigates the complexities of the 21st century, it stands at a pivotal moment in its history. From the challenges of a global pandemic to the opportunities of technological advancement, America continues to evolve while staying true to its founding principles of freedom, equality, and opportunity. Innovation remains a driving force in shaping the future. Advances in artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and biotechnology promise to revolutionize industries and improve quality of life. The nation's universities and research institutions lead the charge in scientific discovery, fostering creativity and entrepreneurship. Cultural diversity continues to enrich the American experience. Immigrants from around the world contribute their talents and traditions, enriching communities and broadening perspectives. The arts, literature, and music reflect this mosaic of cultures, resonating with audiences both domestically and internationally. Social justice movements continue to push for progress and equality. From advocating for gender equity to addressing disparities in education and healthcare, Americans are engaged in dialogue and action to create a more inclusive society. Grassroots activism and policy reforms seek to dismantle barriers and ensure that all individuals have equal opportunities to thrive. Economic challenges, such as income inequality and job displacement, require innovative solutions and inclusive policies. Efforts to promote workforce development, strengthen social safety nets, and foster sustainable economic growth are essential to addressing these complex issues. Environmental stewardship remains a critical priority. The impacts of climate change necessitate bold action to mitigate carbon emissions, preserve natural habitats, and safeguard future generations. Investments in clean energy technologies and sustainable practices are crucial steps toward a greener and more sustainable future. As the United States faces these challenges and opportunities, it draws strength from its history of resilience and adaptation. The spirit of innovation, the commitment to justice, and the embrace of diversity continue to define the American identity. Together, Americans forge a path forward, united by a shared vision of a brighter tomorrow. In the tapestry of American history, each chapter reflects a nation striving to fulfill its promise of liberty and justice for all. From the struggles of the past to the aspirations of the future, the United States remains a beacon of hope and opportunity, inspiring generations to come. Part 7. Challenges and Resilience. As the United States progresses through the 21st century, it confronts a series of challenges that test its resilience and adaptability. From economic fluctuations to global health crises, the nation navigates turbulent waters while seeking stability and growth. Economically, the United States faces the complexities of globalization and technological disruption. Industries evolve rapidly, creating new opportunities while displacing traditional jobs. Efforts to promote economic equity and sustainable growth are paramount in ensuring prosperity reaches all corners of society. Healthcare remains a critical issue, highlighted by the COVID-19 pandemic. The outbreak underscored vulnerabilities in healthcare infrastructure and disparities in access to medical services. As the nation continues to recover, efforts to strengthen public health systems and prepare for future health emergencies are essential. Social divides persist, exacerbated by political polarization and cultural tensions. Bridging these divides requires fostering dialogue, promoting understanding, and reaffirming shared values of tolerance and respect. Initiatives that promote civic engagement and strengthen community bonds play a crucial role in building a more cohesive society. Environmental stewardship remains a pressing concern as the impacts of climate change become increasingly evident. From extreme weather events to rising sea levels, the United States faces urgent challenges in mitigating greenhouse gas emissions and promoting sustainable practices. Investments in renewable energy and conservation efforts are critical to safeguarding the planet for future generations. Education and workforce development are fundamental to preparing Americans for the challenges and opportunities of the future. Investing in quality education, vocational training, and lifelong learning ensures a skilled workforce capable of driving innovation and economic growth. Despite these challenges, the United States remains resilient and adaptable. Throughout its history, the nation has faced adversity with determination and ingenuity. From the Great Depression to the Civil Rights Movement, each generation has contributed to the ongoing story of American progress and resilience. Looking forward, the United States continues to draw strength from its diversity, innovation, and democratic principles. By addressing challenges with courage and unity, Americans uphold their commitment to building a more inclusive, prosperous, and sustainable future. In the tapestry of American history, resilience shines as a thread that binds generations together in pursuit of a brighter tomorrow. As challenges arise, so too does the spirit of resilience that defines the American spirit, inspiring hope and perseverance in the face of adversity. Part 8. Looking Ahead. As the United States looks ahead to the future, it embraces a vision of progress, unity, and opportunity. Challenges will undoubtedly arise, but Americans face them with resilience and determination, drawing strength from their shared values and diverse experiences. education remains fundamental to preparing future generations for the opportunities and complexities of the modern world. Investments in education equity, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics programs, and lifelong learning ensure that all Americans have the tools to succeed and contribute to society. Global leadership continues to shape America's role on the world stage. Diplomacy, cooperation, and commitment to democratic ideals strengthen alliances and promote peace and stability. Engagement in global challenges, from healthcare to climate change, underscores America's commitment to international cooperation and leadership. Unity and civility are essential as the nation navigates political discourse and cultural differences. Respect for diverse viewpoints, dialogue across divides, and a commitment to democratic principles uphold the fabric of American democracy. Civic engagement and participation in the democratic process empower citizens to shape their communities and nation. Innovation and entrepreneurship drive economic prosperity and job creation. Investments in infrastructure, technology, and research and development spur economic growth and competitiveness. Support for small businesses and entrepreneurship fosters innovation and resilience in the face of economic challenges. Environmental sustainability remains a priority as the United States addresses climate change and promotes conservation efforts. Transitioning to a clean energy economy, protecting natural habitats, and investing in green technologies contribute to a healthier planet and sustainable future. As America looks to the future, it remains a beacon of hope, opportunity, and resilience. Each generation contributes to the ongoing story of American progress, guided by the principles of freedom, equality, and justice. With courage and unity, Americans forge a path forward, embracing diversity, innovation, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow.